welcome back to the On the Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. King, why do we do this on a Friday night? Read it off the t-shirt.
Friday night is horror night. Yes!
It was so good we got it done on a t-shirt,
We did. And as you
uh,
found out this evening, I gave mine to Kerry. So,
which is some bullshit.
hey, she's wearing it with
I suppose,
pride.
I suppose, at least it's being kept in the family.
Yeah, she's repping. She's repping the
I
show.
mean, that t-shirt's pretty fucking savage you have on now.
Well, I got that in the States last year, yeah.
Yeah,
Although
fucking
what
awesome.
what killed me was when I got Kerry one as well of art, but she got the better one. They didn't have my size.
That happens from
Yeah,
time to time.
that's it, man.
But it's been good to have you back. It's been a while.
Great to be back. I've been gigging, I've been editing, I've been working, I've been doing everything but being on the show. But at least I'm back now for a few shows, hopefully. Anyway.
We're going to do a little different tonight, right? So we are going international tonight. Tonight we're going to give you a list of 10 countries. King has 10, I have 10, and we're going to pick a movie from each country for you to watch
Mm,
and see what you think.
exactly, and I mean, there are again just our picks, and chances are, if you've watched the show, you'll know some of them straight away by the country, right?
All
So
right, with that, we might as well jump straight into it.
yeah, absolutely.
Start close to home. We'll start with an Irish horror,
Okay,
right?
do you want to go first?
I'll go first. So this one could be a bit contentious. Depends on how you view Ireland's Irish horror. This one's a little bit northern based,
Mm,
but funded by the Irish Film Council as well. So I'm taking it and I'm claiming it, and that's it.
it's
You can
ours.
tell me to fuck off. Yeah, I'm going with the boys from County Hell here. A great little film that came out in 2021, late 21, early
Yeah,
22.
yeah.
An Irish vampire movie, lads. What more do you need?
And you know something? Yeah, like that was initially going to be my choice until I remembered another one that I'll talk about in a minute. But that's a great film. And we were raving about that for weeks, weren't we, when we watched it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
We had tried to line up the director, but scheduling conflicts had come in, and
Yeah. Even the vampire looks great in this.
Almanac or
Yeah,
Albatrack
something
or something like that.
Albatrack, yeah, something like that.
Great little story, obviously, an old legend of a vampire being buried in a field under a pile of rocks, and a mine and a they're not mining company. What are they? They're quarry diggers or
They
something
were
that
quarry
dig it up,
diggers. Yeah,
and or
just knock it
developers or
over.
something.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, the vampire comes out and goes haywire. Great little classic Irish dark comedy horror.
it was. Yeah, and you
Uh,
know something? I think the Irish do comedy and horror very well when it's together.
But they absolutely do. Like, if you look at The Unwelcome, obviously, former guest Mark Stay was the
Yeah.
writer of that. Grabbers was another good one.
Mhm.
About the big giant alien octopus thing. That was very
Yeah.
fun. I know a lot of people, and especially a lot of Americans, like Shrooms. Wasn't for me. It
No,
wasn't
me
as
either.
much comedy, but there was comedy elements to it. But yeah, like there are certainly they certainly run it well.
Yeah.
They certainly run it well.
There's still a market there for a good Irish horror if people leaned into the folklore. I think more
Yeah,
possibly.
I'm still surprised, and we've spoken about it on the show a few times that like we don't have a proper Banshee movie. I know you see it in Derby O'Kill, and it was fucking terrifying then, and it's
Yeah,
still terrifying now. But yeah, not often you get an Irish vampire movie. There you have it, folks.
the boys from
Check
County
one.
Hell. So I went with something again. Like I said, boys was gonna be my number one until I remembered this one, which is Stitches, and that was
Oh yeah, Ross Noble.
Ross Noble as
Yeah.
the clown. It was brought out in 2012, and it's
Was
just
it that
again,
long ago?
yeah, I know I couldn't believe it when
Yeah,
I was doing my research, but
great movie.
another great little film, like like it's not really overly well known, and but like he's brilliant as a clown, as a
Dark again, another dark comedy.
yeah, yeah, and you have to just
Yeah.
watch it.
Great movie. Great acting in it.
Yeah,
Some
very good.
really funny deaths. Some great words, and still a memorable quote that I have from that movie, and I haven't seen it in so long. When he's in the party and your man's like, "You've got a gash on you." He's like, if you saw a woman's gash, you'd try and put a plaster on it.
Brilliant.
But if you can get your hands on it,
Check it out.
definitely give it a watch. Quality.
That's stitches.
I suppose that's like Ireland has, as we said, it has some really good non-comedy horrors as well.
Mm.
Obviously, Kate Dolan's "You're Not My Mother,"
Yeah,
The
those.
Canal, and things like that. But I went a bit lighthearted, and uh, believe it or not, King, you have stitches, and so do I.
Ah,
I had the
deadly.
two on it. I didn't know which one to go for. Right, so back to me. Right, I'm gonna go with Australia here.
Right, I have
This is my
Australia.
second country.
Okay,
You have Australia as well.
I do. I have a
Uh,
feeling we're gonna pick the same one. Maybe.
yeah, very. I was actually torn here. So everyone knows I'm a big creature feature fan. I was gonna go with Blackwater,
Right?
um, but I found conflicting reports to say that it was a New Zealand film, just filmed in Australia. So I kind of hit him and hard.
Mm,
I could have went Rogue. I instead went with a guest that I actually met at a con last year. I went to Wolf Creek here.
yeah,
Uh, it's fucking
brilliant film.
fantastic,
I saw that in the
fantastic.
cinema.
And the second one, oh, I'm so jealous. I'd say that'd have been fantastic in the
It
cinema.
was brilliant in the cinema.
John Jarrett absolutely fucking crushes it, and Greg McLean's directing it. It was just phenomenal.
Hmm. What's his name?
And the second one,
Mick. What? What's his name?
Mick Taylor.
Mick Taylor.
Yeah,
That laugh that he does.
yeah, the
Brilliant.
snort.
Yeah.
But like even Greg McLean's directing, it's slow to get going, but man, it ramps up.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
when it ramps up, it's.
and like I mean, the second one was phenomenal as well, and the
Mm.
TV show.
I never watched the TV show.
Oh, the TV show is so good, man, so good.
Is he in it as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And then now it's an unconfirmed report that number three is in the process.
Oh wow.
Now, I've seen a couple of things to say that it's nearly finished. I've also seen things that says it's not even got a script yet.
Ah,
But apparently it is coming,
sure. Look, if it
and
happens, it
I'm
happens.
all for it.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Um,
So
but
yeah,
yeah,
that was my choice as well. So happy days.
okay. So that answers that. It was only really gonna be that one, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I couldn't put Crocodile Dundee in.
Or Bad Boy Bobby. Bad Boy
What was the
Bobby.
other one? Boar, I think is the other one, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was all
That's
right
rough
actually.
as fuck.
Yeah.
That was a quick one. Wolf Creek, phenomenal. Some rough as fuck
Great
kill
film.
scenes too.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we've got Ireland, we've got Australia. Going to go around the world now. I'm going to go with Japan.
Around the world.
Easily, in my opinion, probably the best international horror country you'll find.
So
Uh,
varied. So varied. Like
so historically scary as well.
yeah.
Um, like there's loads you could put for this.
Yeah.
Um, you could obviously put Ringu, which I'd say a lot of people probably thought I would have went with. Absolutely not on this occasion. For me, I found Juan much scarier than Ringu.
Juan.
Yeah, obviously it's The Grudge when it was
Mm.
remade in the States.
Yeah.
Um, fucking Japanese horror is dark as fuck.
Would you believe, Greg, I haven't looked at enough of it, believe it or not.
So
Um
I've seen maybe 10 or 11
mm,
that have been suggested to me over the years.
yeah.
Ju-on, Ringu 2, Ju-on 2, uh, the Audition, I think is another one.
Audition, yeah. Oh, that's mad
Yeah,
film.
Audition was disturbing.
Hard to watch, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few. There's other ones I can't even remember the name of because they're actually in Japanese.
Yeah.
But I've certainly watched a few. Ju-on is the one that I'd probably, if you made me sit down and put one on, that's what I'm
Mm,
putting on.
awesome.
Dark, dank, and horrible atmosphere.
Mm, it really
Um,
is.
and then away we go. Where are you going?
Uh,
You got
I,
Japan as well, do you?
I do have Japan, and I knew that you'd go with one of those, and I went with Battle Royale actually.
I was him and Han. I'm not sure I fully count Battle Royale as a full-on
Horror.
horror. I
Yeah,
fucking love Battle Royale though.
love it.
It's
Again,
the most mental movie you'll ever see in your
yeah.
life.
Saw
It's
it in
the Hunger Game on steroids.
saw that in the pictures as well, man. That was class. The pictures.
Like
Yeah,
all the kids, school kids, being put on an island. What the
yeah.
fuck? Then you remember, like, I know it was like that, and then the Americans made not exactly their version of it, but pretty much the same version with Steve Austin called The Condemned.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Battle Royale, and I really enjoyed Battle Royale 2 Requiem as well.
Not as much as the first one. It was
No,
good,
but
but
it was mental.
yeah. What do you expect with these lads?
Yeah.
Is A Tale of Two Sisters, is that Japanese as well?
I'm gonna say Korean, but I
Oh
might be
yeah,
wrong with that.
that's another fucked up film.
I don't even think I finished that. I think I fell asleep.
Another one I went to see
That
in the
tells you
cinema.
how. Oh, yeah, you used to go to the IFSC though, didn't you?
The
They got all
IFC,
those
yeah,
kind of artsy movies.
yeah, not anymore. What's your next?
Um, I think we'll bring it back closer to home a little bit, will we?
Go
I'm
on, yeah,
going with Italy here.
yeah, let's
I
do it.
mean, this is
Now,
where you have loads.
now we are talking.
Suspiria,
Yeah,
uh, Demons, any of the Argentina ones. Um, for me, it isn't from him at all. I went with Cannibal Holocaust here.
fantastic, fantastic
Uh,
fucking film.
it's fucking dire, dire. It's awful. I remember when I seen that first. I got it on a DVD when I was in secondary school off one of the lads because obviously it was banned in Ireland for a long
Yeah,
time as well.
yeah,
And I remember reading about it where the director was arrested on murder charges
yeah, because
and
they
had
didn't.
to get them
Yeah,
to he had to get them to come in court,
he had them all kind of signed to like a
a
thing for
DNA
it's
or
for a
NDA.
year, for a year for something like that, and
Yeah,
yeah, he had to get them back out because he was gonna get fucking prosecuted.
jailed.
My God, like
Yeah.
great film. I love it. I love it.
That one scene in that though, there's a couple of scenes in that obviously, but you remember when he got the turtle and they
Yeah,
done
that
it in
was
real life. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck is this? And then of course the Americans remade it. Eli Roth remade it as the Green Inferno. Great, wasn't
Look
amazing.
looked fantastic though. Looked
Yeah,
fantastic, but
that scene with the bullet ants is just horrific.
stop.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my Italian one.
Well, you see, I love a lot of Italian horror, specifically Suspiria, but I didn't go for Suspiria, believe it or
I
not.
think it was the easy choice, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So I went with one that, if you remember, Greg, we got T-shirts from Fright Rags a good while ago as lucky
Oh,
gifts.
you went. I know exactly where you went.
Yeah,
You went. You go with Full Cheese Zombie.
I did indeed. I love
Oh,
that film.
nice.
I
What a
love it.
movie.
Oh man, it's so
What a
cool.
movie.
Yeah, and that I mean,
It,
there's few like an iconic picture of the zombie with all it just looks deadly, and that zombie when it rises up, it just grabs your one by the hair, just reaches her down, and that's
a proper vicious, isn't it?
oh man. Oh, the part with the eye. Oh, you've seen it, haven't you?
Just the wince tells everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I
Um,
love that film. And that T-shirt
so
has become one of my stage T-shirts. We should say, on stage when I'm gigging.
uh, yeah, that I should have guessed that's where you probably would have went. I think Suspiria was the easy one. Obviously, got an American remake as well, which wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. No.
With Mia Goth. I think Zombie is a great choice.
Yeah,
It's a great choice. I think there's two good picks there from Italy.
absolutely. I mean, that's what I said. Like, there's loads of looking back through their stuff, and I'm just like, some great stuff here.
Mhm.
Great stuff, and they always had great posters for their films,
Oh, the artwork's fantastic, isn't it?
isn't it? Yeah.
Fucking tastic. I'm gonna go with Spain here for me.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have Spain?
I have Spain, yeah. So rock on there.
It was tough. Wreck was one that I had a big affiliation to. That end scene in Wreck was sick.
Yeah.
But in the end, I went for Del Toro's The Orphanage.
Great film.
Just didn't see it coming.
Mm.
That's the easy thing to say.
That's
Just didn't
true.
see it coming. Like I have it with me and Zoe first started going out. We weren't long together, and she'd never seen The Orphanage,
Hmm.
and I worked in Exhibition at the time, and I knew it was for sale over there, and I wanted her to watch it that much. I walked over and bought it for full price,
Wow.
even though I could have got a staff discount. And it's just savage.
Great film, yeah.
The cinematography in it, the scenery in it,
Yeah.
even the like the atmosphere, and we talk about it quite a lot when we're on.
Atmosphere.
Um, Del Toro was just a master in this one, masterful.
He was. He was. Um. Well, I
Oh,
again,
it's rough.
I, I remembered one just as we were talking that I really liked. Now it's not what I went with. Do you remember me telling you about a film called Piggy a few
Yep.
months back?
Last year, the
Yeah.
back end of last year,
Oh, I was pleasantly surprised by that. It's a great
that
film.
made your top 10, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But for this particular thing, I had to go with Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth.
Del Toro again.
Yeah. He's the master when it comes to this kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I
I mean,
mean, his cinematography is
oh
just
man,
off the charts.
like you feel like you're in the was it the 30s or whatever. You really do feel like you're there in
That
Franco's
lad.
Italy. Oh, the yeah,
Mm,
that was class. That was, and
yeah.
even the fawn himself. You know the goat thing.
Yeah.
Oh, just the amazing looking stuff. Amazing monsters. And the young one was actually great in it as well. You know.
Everything about that movie was great.
Yeah.
The only thing that was bad was the end credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd have gladly watched another hour of that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Beautiful. And again, beautiful film. You know.
Right up there as one of them ones you start your kids watching. Like
Mm.
nothing major.
No, but it's yeah, like it's just got again dripping with atmosphere and tension and
Mhm.
all the good
Yeah.
stuff that we like
Yeah.
here on the slab.
Oh. Oh yeah. Loved every bit of it. I only seen that when I was 18.
That's fair enough.
So it's easy to say that On the Slab absolutely endorses Guillermo del Toro.
100%. 100%.
Even his Hellboy was good.
Oh
And I don't
yeah.
really like Hellboy.
Oh, I love those Hellboy films. Loved them.
Mm, mm. Throw one out now. I'm going to go with Sweden,
Okay.
right?
I do not have Sweden, so this should be interesting.
This movie got an American remake with Chloe Grace Moritz. Um, and I have a really funny story about this. So I went with Let the Right One In,
Oh yeah.
the vampire movie.
A brilliant film.
Um, dark, grisly. You really felt for the kid. Really felt for her.
Mm.
Great, horrible looking atmosphere, dark all the time, snow everywhere. The blood on the snow in some of the parts was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, as I says, I used to work in Exhibition, and growing up, I was like, all right, grand. I didn't know. Obviously, I never really looked up too many movies. I just watched everything, and I happened to rent Let the Right One In and Let Me In,
All right.
and watched them back to back.
No
Didn't
way.
realize it was a remake, and I'd watched the Swedish one first, and then
Thankfully.
I watched the American one. I think the American one's
I know,
fantastic.
so do I, but if you're gonna watch an original
Hmm.
and a remake back to back, watch the original first and then the remake.
Unbeknownst to me though, and I got really angry watching the American one. I was like, I'm pretty sure I just watched this fucking movie. And I went down then, and when I brought them back, I was like, I pretty much watched the same fucking movie. And your man in the video shop was like, it's because it is the same movie.
You
I
don't.
was like, all right, okay, fair enough.
At least
Two great movies.
yeah, they're both very good actually, as remakes
That's
go.
another one of those stories that I have that kind of reminds me of. Remember when I went mental in the group chat over X
Oh God, yeah,
when they recast Mia Goth in Pearl, and I was like, why? I
yeah.
was like, why the fuck are they bringing her? And it was Ted was like, because she played the old lady. They let me go on for like 2 weeks of giving out about it,
It was brilliant.
and I was like, oh, okay,
And you were the big fan of it, like.
yeah. I did. Like, that's how well that makeup was done.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Let the Right One In for me.
Good choice, man.
Uh, You don't have a Sweden, so where are we going?
I don't. Um, I'm gonna go with um Taiwan,
Oh Jesus!
and I bet
I
you don't
I
have
know
one
what
of
this
them.
is already. I don't have a Taiwan.
This is
An
a film.
American component, a Russian component, all made in Taiwan.
I'm right. But
I
this is
love Armageddon.
well. I have to say this film is batshit crazy. It had could have only been made in Taiwan. So I saw this film. Wasn't it last year? I think it was. I saw it. I
Yeah,
was raving about it,
yeah.
and
I
it was
already know what it is before you said. As soon as you said Taiwan, I was like, oh, I know where he's going here.
yeah, it was. It's the sadness,
Still
and it
haven't
was.
watched it.
Oh man, it's mental. It's. I mean, again, it's fast paced, but it's violent. It's gory. There's it's
Everything that we
just
want.
yeah. I can't even really describe it because it's just fucking mental, but enjoyable. And you know yourself. I don't like happy endings, I suppose you could say, in horror films. Um, I think if you like a horror,
King's a big fan of the ending of The Mist.
yeah, I love that ending.
It's one of the best endings in film
It's
history. That.
you don't see it coming. Like I love that. But
Yeah,
yeah, this film, it's fantastic. It's called, as I said, it's called The Sadness.
the sadness. I Joe,
Um,
what? I'm gonna put it on. I'll watch it tomorrow.
and let me
No,
know
I
what you
won't.
think.
That's a lie. I won't watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it one of the days soon and let you know.
Yeah, do. But yeah,
Um,
there we go.
the sadness. What a name for a horror movie.
Yeah, could be happening. How many have we got
I'm gonna
left?
say I am going to stay in Scandinavia. I'm gonna go with Norway here.
Okay.
And this movie absolutely blew me away. This actually made, I think it finished fourth on my list
I might have to. Well, yeah, of
last year.
course. I know where you're going with this, but I
Yeah.
didn't pick Norway.
And
So,
it's, in my opinion, the best werewolf transformation since American Werewolf in London,
yeah,
and probably the best werewolf movie we've gotten since Dog Soldiers.
yeah,
Easily the best werewolf movie we've gotten since Dog Soldiers. I went with Viking Wolf here.
absolutely fucking class film. Ab-
The absolute pain and horror on that main actress's face throughout that movie when she's changing, when she's coming back. Ah,
that's the way it should be
horrendous.
done. It should be done like that.
Horrendous. Obviously, I had another moment watching that movie when I watched the first 10 minutes and it was dubbed in English, and I was like, this isn't adding up here. I was like, they're still talking, but yeah, well, to be fair, I watched that after a night shift at 8 o'clock in the morning when I got home
Well then,
because it was the day it dropped. Shout out to our co-host on Retrotainment Recast, Carl Sherlock. He actually got me in contact with that one because he sent it to me. He's like, it's down as the greatest werewolf movie ever. I don't agree with that statement, but it was deadly.
it's really up there. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's got everything more or less that I like in a werewolf film because that's as we've said before. There's not very many good werewolf films out there.
I'd imagine it breaks the top five anyway.
Oh yeah. Breaks our top five. I think. I do it actually. Did we do it? Did we ever do a top five werewolf episode?
No, because we argued and argued and argued about it.
Maybe we need to do that now. I don't know.
But,
What a film.
um,
What a film.
yeah, it was amazing. A great work from Netflix.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Well, look, I went with Germany. Uh,
easy pick here.
yeah.
I'd be surprised if it's not.
Yeah. They're Gollum. No, it's not. They're Gollum. It is
I mean,
Nosferatu. No, it's not a bad
you
film.
find that you found that in their back catalogue in the 1930s.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going obviously with Nosferatu, 1922.
Obviously, the 1922. Yeah,
Oh man,
even
still
the
what
78 American one was good.
the one with Klaus Kinski? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was.
it's nothing original.
Well, isn't it funny? For years I just said I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. The '78 one, and when I watched it, I was just like, it's actually very fucking good. You know?
That was the first one I seen. I'd never seen the 32 one up until Jesus. I must have been about 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And I was staying at a friend's house. He's like, "We watch Nosferatu," and I was like, "Yeah, sound." Having a
Deadly.
few beers, watching that, and I was like, puts it on. It's in black and white, and I was like, What are we watching, Larry?
Again,
It's
atmosphere
it's superior. Yeah,
dripping with tension. And when you think about how cool Nosferatu looks with the makeup at the time, it's
yeah.
fantastic. You know,
Coming up the stairs in the shadow.
iconic. Oh man,
Yeah. Or
but
was it the window scene? The
you
window
know,
scene, savage.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many good scenes from it. Like even
yeah.
though like by today's standards, it's not scary or anything like that, but it's
Either,
just creepy.
what film? What film really that's made anywhere is scary now? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes, we watch horrors all the time, but 97, 98% of the time you know what's happening or what's going to happen in front of you.
yeah.
The odd time, yeah, you get a little jump scare. But what's the last movie you can remember that you sat down and went, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, as I said to you, the only one before that in recent memory that has done anything like that to me was Hereditary. And I love that film. I love that film so much. Because you watch it, it gets there's so much rewatchability in it. You can watch it again. You miss something. You see something that you didn't see. But like that, I love the dread in that film, and I love there's no one's winning in that one.
No. I think, in all honesty, the last one that really got me was The Conjuring.
Mm,
And it's worse because I knew what was coming, but I was that immersed into the story because obviously I knew the story beforehand,
yeah, yeah.
and I was just glued to it. And it's right up there for me. And I've come out and said it on shows that I'd watch The Conjuring over The Exorcist any day.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can
Exorcist
understand why.
amazing. Exorcist amazing movie.
Yeah.
Um, and far superior ahead of its time. But yeah, like for me, any day, hands down.
Mm, yeah. So yeah,
But look,
Nosferatu.
we,
They
we digress.
Nosferatu.
Did you know what? Every time we talk about Nosferatu, I can't help but think that a lot of the vampires in 30 Days a Night are somewhatly done that way,
Yeah,
especially the main one, um, whose name I can't remember now.
yeah. We were only talking about him a few weeks ago,
Ma-
actually.
Marcus, uh, Malev,
Yeah,
whatever his name is. The way he is, he's just there's nothing there. It's just lifeless and dead.
they're food. That's all they are.
Yeah,
The people are
yeah.
just food. And that's
There's none of this playing around bullshit.
no, no. Wait, what we got
Right.
next? We
So
nearly
you
done, are we?
have three left. I have three left.
Do we?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I'm gonna go right down under here, and I'm going beside Australia. I'm gonna go with New Zealand here.
Right.
Black Sheep was my pick for a long time. Fun little horror. We spoke about it
Mm,
before.
very good.
But I went with the 1992 Peter Jackson's Dead Alive.
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's almost a full blatant rip of Evil Dead.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
For the
but
most part.
it's fun. It's gory as fuck. It's
Yeah.
campy. It's cheesy.
Oh,
Um,
excuse me. The
and
visual effects, I guess.
it started an absolute monster of a director,
Mm. When you
and
think,
it also has a link to King Kong in it.
oh, what's the link again? Remind me.
They get the Sumatran rat monkey
Mm.
off Skull Island,
Oh,
and obviously Skull Island is where King Kong is.
Kong guys, yeah. Deadly.
And you see them getting chased by like the indigenous tribe at the start.
Brilliant.
The claymation for that Sumatran rat monkey just looks horrendous now, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if you like that, if you like the film like we do, you could see past that. You know.
oh yeah, well like it's 1990 or
Yeah.
92, whatever it was,
Yeah.
and remember putting the baby in the blender.
Oh, the mad looking thing.
God,
Very
but that
good.
was my pick. Dead Alive.
Very good pick. Well, I don't have New Zealand. Let's go to Korea.
Oh, I think we've hit every Asian country that's not
Mm,
China.
yeah. So I'll go first on this one since.
I don't have a Korea.
Oh, do you know? Okay, cool.
No, I had obviously I just had New Zealand.
Grand. So
Yeah.
I went with another And like it's gas, I give out about modern horror, but like there's so many good now in hindsight. There's so many good, and when I say modern, I mean in the last 20 years. Like that's modern for me.
Yeah.
I went with Train to
Take a look at your T-shirt.
Oh yeah, exactly. I went with Train to Busan. Busan. Have you ever
Okay,
seen that?
I'm gonna go with a hot take here. I wasn't a huge fan of this.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Um, I mean, it was good. I just think it was overhyped a little bit by a lot of people, and I went in expecting so much, and
Yeah.
I was just like it's not bad in any
Mm.
way. Like it's filmed, the filmography in it or
Oh,
cinematography in it is savage.
fantastic. Yeah.
And like it's like a weird 28 days later, 28
Yeah.
weeks later
That's exactly what it's
kind of
like.
way.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I should have liked it more than I did. I
Mm.
think I just let it get into my own head that it was so hyped up for me. And when I actually watched it, I was like, oh, okay,
It's
enough.
fair. Yeah. I know. I love it. I think it's
I know a
brilliant.
lot of people that do love it. And like even a couple of my mates that aren't huge horror fans love it.
Mm.
And they're like, how do you not like it? And I said, it's not that I don't like it. Like, I'm not going to turn it off if it's on and there's nothing else on,
You
but
don't
I'm
love
not
it
going to
though.
go and stick it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's understandable. But that's where I went with for
Did you
Korea.
see the second one?
No, not yet. No,
Oh, I
just
don't know.
haven't.
I just knew there was a second one.
Yeah, haven't watched it yet.
Right.
Two more,
Well,
two more countries left, and I think we match up on those.
we might as well go to the UK then, will we?
I think so. Let's go there.
An amazing horror period that the UK had. The 70s, 80s in terms of Hammer and stuff. And when UK horror is done right, it's fucking fantastic. I struggled here. Well, sorry, I didn't struggle. I knew where I was going. I
Right.
knew the pick was always going to be one. But there was a second one that I just got as close to it as I could. Both of them are from the same director, former guest on the show, Neil Marshall. The one that didn't make it was The Descent, but anyone that knows the show knows where the original pick is going, and it's going to Dog Soldiers.
Absolutely. I know we have our back and forth all the time, and it's a bit of fun, but that's like I love that film. You know I do.
I think this movie was phenomenal. Sean Pertwee and Neil Marshall obviously hooked up a few times.
Mm.
Liam Cunningham, Kevin McKidd. The rest of them are little known. Obviously, friend of the show as well. Craig Conway's in there at the start. He's the first one to go. The werewolves look fantastic.
Oh, they do, yeah.
8.5, 10 feet tall. I'm still super jealous that when we had Neil on the show, he has a fucking full head mask in
Oh,
his
yeah.
house.
That was cool, wasn't it? Seeing that.
Yeah, the movie's just fantastic,
I
and I love
think
it. And I mean, Descent got close, like really close.
that's a great film. Man,
Overall, I'd say that Descent is a better horror film.
yeah, but it's what you prefer. It's whatever film you prefer. That's what
Oh
we
yeah, no,
do.
absolutely. Dog Soldiers, I watch. I do only try and watch one movie, maybe once a year, but occasionally with Dog Soldiers, I'm like, just put it on there.
Sometimes you have to, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, that's my pick anyway. Dog Soldiers.
So let me ask you a question, right? And you'll probably think what so is American Werewolf in London an English film, even though it was directed by John Landis?
So the director, I don't think matters, right?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
um, when you think about the Irish ones that we made or we put in, Stitches wasn't directed by an Irish director.
True, and I suppose
So, I mean,
Stitches himself
it
wasn't
depends
Irish.
on where like the majority of the film was done. To be what I
Okay.
mean, like,
Then
as
I'm
I said, Boys from County Hell was filmed up the north and it was funded between both.
yeah.
So yeah, I would. You could argue both. I'm not going to argue. I'd say yeah.
Right. Well then, American Werewolf in London for me, obviously. But
Back to back werewolf
yeah,
movies.
if we had said that it wasn't an English movie, I would have went with Shaun of the Dead.
Quality,
Yeah. So
quality.
I kind of cheated there and got two in.
Well, I mean, like some people will argue that it's an American film.
Yeah.
Some
So
people will argue that it's an English film because the majority of it was filmed in England.
yeah. Well, I'm
all of
happy.
it filmed in England actually, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I'm happy that.
Um,
Well, yeah. The only part that may not have been filmed in was when you see him doing the kind of throwback to his house.
oh yeah.
That's probably done
Um,
in England, yeah. Anyway, but yeah,
well, I'll tell you what. We'll leave that for whoever listens to it to make their own mind up. But we'll have a
yeah.
quick chat about both then. Obviously, we've had our major debate on which one is better. Um,
I don't even bother anymore.
it's one and two, no matter what way we look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
1, 2, and then pick your choice for three. Really,
Probably Viking Wolfman.
yeah. I would go there.
Yeah,
Viking Wolf, probably the Company of Wolves, and then the Howling.
yeah. We'd probably. Well, there you go. There's our episode done. That the werewolf
Well,
episode.
I say that, but like it could change. The more
Yeah,
I'd have to sit down and rewatch them all again.
yeah. Nah,
Um,
no. Brilliant films.
American Werewolf, the transformation scene is second to none still. For me, the soundtrack is right up there,
Oh, it's brilliant.
right up there.
It's brilliant.
Do you know what? I was watching me and herself are watching Supernatural,
Right.
right? And there's a werewolf episode in like season 2 or something.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
pretending to be FBI agents, right?
Right.
And their names are Detective Landis and Detective
No way.
Dante.
No way.
And then so he was like, I started laughing. She's like, "What's so funny?"
Brilliant.
And I was like, "That's American Werewolf director and the
And
Howling
Howling.
director." Yeah.
Brilliant. Ah, that's
But
class.
yeah, great. Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright,
Amazing. To me,
phenomenal.
that's a flawless film. It's flawless.
We've said before when we done the rom com zoms or zom rom coms, like
Look it
that's
up.
right up there. That's right up there as one of the very best zombie movies
Oh,
alone.
absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
um, Nick Frost and or
Peg.
Simon Pegg. Yeah, I was like, did I just mix their names up completely?
Oh.
A part of the Cornetto trilogy. Shaun of the Dead was phenomenal.
Mhm.
One of my favorite scenes in that whole movie is, when they're walking to the pub and they meet the other group,
I
and
love
it's like the carbon copy, and you're like,
that.
sorry, oh yeah,
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 they're all gone. All right, all right.
yeah, yeah.
Right, we have one more country to go to because
But yeah, I think we're gonna fly stateside here and
yeah,
finish it off. You can't not have America in here.
yeah.
Some of the greatest horrors, if not the greatest horrors in the world, come from there.
Well, in
Um,
fairness, both of our favorite films, horror films, are from the States.
yep. I
And
have one on my arm. You have the other one.
exactly. So let's
Uh,
not beat about the bush. And you know, Greg, I'll say your one, and you can say my one. Okay?
what happens if I get it wrong?
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Greg's favorite film from America is not America, is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
1984, fucking
Ah,
top drawer.
yeah. Brilliant, brilliant film.
And we're gonna go back a little bit earlier for me. Alien. No, Texas Chainsaw.
Absolutely. Like I
Again,
mean,
another film we have back and forwards on, but
mm, and that's
our
fair.
96% of that movie is perfect.
And that's fair.
Hey, anyway.
Yeah, I get it. But like
Um,
we've spoken in great depth about both of those films
yeah, we
on
don't
the
need to
show,
dig too
so we
much in.
don't need to go on about them. But I think, I mean, it'd be hard pushed to find two better horror films in the States. I feel.
I'm sure there probably are because obviously you get some people that don't like slashers or you don't like this or
They're
that.
wrong. They're
And,
wrong.
yeah,
They're wrong.
I mean, I was only saying to one of our former guests, Amber Brooke, that I seen a funny meme that was on Facebook, and it was slashers are such a strange movie because done right, they're perfect,
Yeah.
but done stupid and silly, they're perfect.
That's true, actually.
And
That's
and there's no comparison. Like you've got say Hatchet with Kane Hodder
mm,
as a slasher. It's an openly gory, funny slasher. To say Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, where the dark and serious.
yeah.
Now I know Freddy became more of a jokey kind of character later on in it, but
Yeah, but the original.
from
Oh
number
man,
one, he was dark.
it's brilliant.
Um, How close? How close was Terrifier to getting in? Do
Very close. Very close, I must say. Well,
you know what? Do
Terrifier
you know what we
too.
should have done? Do you know what we should have done? We shouldn't have been. We should have put it in that we weren't allowed to pick.
Our favourites.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't. You
I,
couldn't do that.
I, I'll tell you what. We'll be greedy here. Off the cuff, if you had to pick one that wasn't the two of them, what would you go with?
Well, since American Werewolf is we're going with as an English film, yeah, probably
Yeah.
Terrifier.
Would you go Terrifier? Would you?
Probably, probably. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Nice. Nice.
What about you?
Um, hard pressed. I mentioned earlier on. I'd put The Conjuring right up there,
Mm.
right up there. But no, I'd go Alien myself if I was picked. No, I wouldn't. That's like I'd go Jaws.
And I'm actually retracting my statement. I just realised what I was saying there. Hereditary.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we broke King.
Well, look, I think, as I said,
There's about 25 movies to watch, folks.
there we go. Yeah, and
Take your choice.
it's
Well
been
traveled, you'll be at the end of it.
it's been great to be back on the show, man. Really has.
Absolutely, it's been absolutely great to have you back. It's been a great conversation as
Cheers.
normal.
Cheers, man.
Shame you're still a prick.
You're a Broncos
Um,
scumbag.
says the one who said more first team players to jail.
Good up you.
Well, I'm back. Wait, when are you going to move from Las Vegas? In about a year's
About-
time when you get
about
fucked out?
two
Yeah,
years.
right. Folks, we'll leave that the way we leave every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.
Woo!